are live. What's up, everybody? How are you doing? And welcome to the Chapman Show. Today, I have three guests. Yes, three guests. We have two SFS members. We have Joshua Shaw, Taylor Moore, and we have Daniel Anglemyer. They just won some big fights for WXC. So first, I would like to introduce Josh Shaw. What's up, Josh? How are you doing?
What's up? How's it going?
Oh, man, it's going good. How's it going with you?
Pretty good. Just getting ready to head up north for the weekend and enjoy a well-needed vacation almost. So
Nice, nice. What are you planning on doing this weekend up north?
I'm gonna get some fishing in. Probably do a little drinking. Get on some maybe boat. Go out on the boat, jet skis, all that good stuff.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. So
Yep,
I know
yep.
it's probably been a while since you drank because you just had a big fight. So
Oh yeah.
so tell
Oh
me
yeah.
like how does it feel like to actually be able to relax and chill now like?
It's nice. The thing for me too is it's actually been a while because I had a fight lined up back in June. I was supposed to fight for FFC, so I've been getting ready for a fight since then. So I pretty much have been in a fight camp since June or before June, getting ready for that fight, and then I've just had fights fall through. So pretty much I've been in camp since my last fight.
Oh
So
man, that's rough. That's rough. Okay,
yeah.
so actually tell me about your actual last opponent. You fought Andrew Carson, correct?
Yeah, Andrew Karsten. Andrew actually stepped up on a real short notice to save a fight. I was supposed to fight Mickey Marsack, and something happened with him to where he couldn't fight a week out, and Andrew Karsten stepped up short notice to save the fight, which I appreciate, man. It takes balls to do that short notice, and he did it. So thank you, Andrew Karsten, for stepping up and fighting. I appreciate that.
And that's awesome that you even showed them some love. A lot of times, people often they think that we just some barbarians. They think that we hate the people that we fight. So it's actually good to hear good sportsmanship. I swear, I love that. Especially, we live in a time of talking trash. So it's very
Oh yeah.
refreshing to hear you say something good about your opponent. So
Oh yeah. As
so
long I'm always cool with my opponents as long as they don't disrespect me or disrespect my gym and all that stuff. As long we're gonna fight, so yeah, for probably 15 minutes I'm gonna hate you and try to hurt you. But if you're cool with me, we can be cool after, we can be cool before. But when that 15 minutes comes up in that cage, I'm gonna try to kill you. So that's how I look at it.
That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Now, I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. Like I'm gonna go back to the start because I know, of course, you have a brother. What got you started in MMA? Did you grow up wrestling? Did you grow up kickboxing? Did you grow up boxing? Like what actually brought you to the sport in the first place?
So wrestling brought me to this sport. I've wrestled ever since I was 4 years old. Brother started wrestling, and then I followed suit. Growing up wrestling with him, we always going back and forth in the wrestling. Well, when we were younger, he used to just beat the or ragdoll me. I didn't grow into myself until I got a little older, but he used to beat on me growing up, and then eventually got to the point around middle school, high school, to where we started challenging each other, going back and forth, and then it's just constantly been a battle like that, even through MMA. And he got me into MMA. I was just graduating high school, and he fought for Ron De Leon in a Hooters parking lot. And I watched my brother go in there. I didn't know what he was doing really. I didn't know much about MMA then. I knew it was out there. I watched some of the Ultimate Fighters, Ultimate Fighter show, UFC, all that stuff. And I watched my brother pick this guy up, slam him, and then just choke him real quick. And then after that, I was like, all right, he can do this, I can do this. So I started training soon after that, and then started fighting. Me and him we've been doing this for 10 years now. So 10
Yeah,
years, started in about 2009, 2008, and we're still going.
yeah, it's crazy because I've literally been on fight posters with you guys. It's crazy.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I know, like for Ron De Leon's promotion, so it's awesome to actually see like you doing so good. And it was awesome to actually watch you fight live on UFC Fight Pass. So of course, I was like right there. I'm really close with Mike Pellinelli and Norbert. So, out of curiosity, what actually brought you to WXC? How many times have you fought for them? I mean, have you only fought for them a couple times, only once?
I fought for WXC 3 times now, and they've always been good to me. Their promotion's constantly growing. Every time I go to a WXC show, they're getting better and better with everything. Like this last time, it was legit. Like they had the big projector screen, they had a ton of good fights, and they filled it up pretty good for a Wednesday night. That show was pretty full, which was awesome to see. And they'll probably continue to grow. Putting on a great show. Kudos to them for putting that together. And they have to deal with a lot through, especially with me, Pedinelli. My opponent backed out, and Pedinelli literally had a replacement like that for me. So that was awesome. So he's on top of his stuff. So they're doing a great job there.
Yes, he is. That dude, I talked to him quite a bit. The dude, I mean, he makes magic happen. He's always on his grind. He's always focused. He's always on his hustle. Now, you trained with SFS, James Gray. Ironically, a long time ago, I fought James Gray. He beat me. It is what it is. Like that's the only belt fight I ever lost was to James. And then he actually cornered me before SFS was even SFS. So, out of curiosity, what brought you to SFS? Like, what's your story? Like, how did you even find that gym, and how did you connect with James Gray?
So, me and my brother, we were actually training. We trained in Lansing a lot, and at that point in time, I think we were just kind of doing our own thing. We were training. I think it was Spartan something. That I forget the name, but we were trained there, and I forget who it was, but somebody directed us out to SFS, and they were like, it was actually me, Zach, and Bobby were training together out in Lansing, and the person, she said, she's like, you got to check this guy out. He knows his stuff. He's really good. Like, you got to meet this guy. You got to go out there and train. So me and Zach started making trips out to SFS, and she was right. James knows his stuff, and it's a great environment and a great gym. So we started training out there, and that was, I think, 2010, 2011.
Oh,
but
wow.
then shortly after that, I decided to join the Marine Corps. So I had a little break. I trained out in the Marines, but as soon as I got done with that, me and Zach talked, and we headed right back to SFS as soon as I got back, and then decided we're gonna make it in this sport, and we're gonna do everything we can to get to the top level.
Wow. So I didn't even know that you were a Marine.
This is definitely where you need to be.
Wow.
What's up?
See, I didn't even know that you were actually a Marine. So how do you balance being a Marine and doing actual MMA? It seems like your life would just be nothing but combat. How does that work out for you?
Well, the Marine Corps was awesome for me. I mean, I got in at the point, I'm out now, but I got in when we were just transitioning out of the time of war. Like, we were still in overseas, but they were just now pulling out, so I didn't really get to see combat or anything like that. I got to do a few deployments, but I did a lot of, when I was out in California, I did a lot of training out there in jiu-jitsu, and I worked with Fight Strong MMA out there, and they had great coaches, great guys to roll with, and that's like where I actually started to get a lot better at jiu-jitsu. And then as soon as I got back, I transitioned right back. But the Marine Corps made me grow up, and it made me realize, because you can take your body to like different levels. Like, I remember we'd be doing stuff, and I'd be thinking, oh, my body's done, I can't do this no more. And then they would make you push past that point, push past that threshold. So I kind of like realized, wait, my body's capable of a lot more, and I can get to like different areas where my body's like, when you think you're dead, you're not dead. You still got a lot more you can go, pretty much.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Wait 1 second. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties with the computer for some odd reason. Well, actually, just walk me through the fight. Skip the technical difficulties. Just walk me through the fight.
My last fight?
Yes.
So, pretty much went out there, and what I wanted to do, I wanted to stand and I wanted to stand and slug it out. Like, I've done a lot of grappling in my amateur career, and I've been trying to work on hands. And I came out, pressured him into a corner, tried to land the overhand right, ended up in a clinch. From the clinch, we ended up scrambling around a little bit on our feet. I felt like I was in control pretty much the whole time. Wasn't really in any danger. Did a little duck under. I think I hit a duck under. Got his back. Picked him up. Set him down. And when I got down, I got a little choke hungry. Instead of securing the position, I went right for the rear naked choke and didn't have my hips settled. So I ended up a little off to the right. Was going for the choke. Thought I could still get it. Squeezed as hard as I could. I ended up falling off the top. Got put in a little bad position. Wasn't really in too much, like, I wasn't too worried about it. I wasn't, like, freaking out or anything. And I worked my way back up to my feet. I think I took an elbow. I think that's what cut me. Ended up getting the double leg, changed position on him, got on top, started working what is it called? Me and Zach call it a handcuff. There's another jiu-jitsu term for it, but posting that arm, getting it behind the back, throwing some shots, working passes. So I got a handcuff and ended up passing. He presented my favorite choke, got that darce, and as soon as I got it locked up, I knew I had it, and then I just went with it. So squeeze, he tapped, and that's that.
See, interesting. I couldn't tell. I didn't know if it was a darce or an anaconda. I mean,
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me? Mic check, mic check. Oh, what's going on?
I think yours sounds off. I don't know if it's mine or yours, but...
Okay. Can you hear me now? 1 second. We are experiencing some technical difficulties, so give us 1 second. Okay, what's up, Taylor? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. Congratulations on your last win. That was amazing. That was it was such an exciting fight. So tell me, how many times actually have you fought in WXCKH? I'm just curious.
It's been a lot. For including amateur, I feel like I fought half my amateur career for WXC. I had 135, 145 pound belts as amateur. Defended, I don't remember if it was 35 or 45 pound, but I defended it 4 times.
4 times?
And then I fought them a couple times, 2 or 3 times. I think 3 times as a pro now.
Okay. So how did the short stack fight, how did that even come about? Or was that somebody that you wanted? I mean, somebody on the radar, or just you just got matched up?
Not necessarily. I had to pull out I had my hotel issue when a guy came in at me. And then at LFA, I had to pull out a week and a half for the fight with a shoulder injury, the same shoulder I hurt in the Robinson fight. I pulled out with an injury, and then I got all healed up, and probably I was back training for about a week. And James sent me the offer, and I was like, that's interesting. That's a fight that I'm interested in. Because, like, there's some that just, like, don't interest me. Like most people that have, like, I usually wouldn't take a, like, 50-50 record, I feel like. But Robinson's been around for forever, and I've been watching him fight a long time. So instantly, I was excited about that fight, and I was like, yeah, book it. And so, yeah, it was from there.
Now, that fight was back, forth. Can you actually walk me through that? I want to actually hear your perspective of the fight, how it went, how you felt, what you were thinking when you were actually going through that fight. Can you just give me some insight? I'm very curious.
Well, the original plan was I really wanted to use my striking. I wanted to stay really long, use my straight down the middle with my cheek kicks and head kicks to, like, keep them away. One of the, I want to say the second or third exchange we got into against the cage, I threw it was either a hook or a straight or something, and I felt my shoulder pop, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to use my kicks to get him overextended with his hands, and then I'm going to level chain take him down. So I can, like, use my ground pound and my grappling, and So after I hurt my shoulder, I was like, I'm just gonna grapple him. I'm gonna try and get like TKO or something. After the first round, I remember going back to the corner and telling him, like, dude, my shoulder is jacked. He's like, you have time after to like worry about that. And I just tried my best to just act like it never even happened. And I'm pretty sure Robinson noticed because he told me after he could tell that I was like dropping my left hand a lot. And he said his whole camp he was practicing, slipping them straight. And he said he was surprised that I didn't throw it more. Yeah, it really jacked up my shoulder. And so I don't know. It was really back and forth, but I felt like I was up 2 rounds going into the third. I felt like I dominated the first round and I cut him open real bad. Which honestly, I looked at it like in between rounds. I saw the cut up, and I was like that. And I thought they were going to stop it in between rounds because it looked horrible. And then they let it go. And second round was a little closer, but I still feel like I won it. And then third round, I feel like he was controlling. Yeah, I remember he took me down. We got in a weird exchange. We got in like I went with like Kimura, and then I set up the triangle from there. But yeah, the win means a lot to me because he's a really seasoned grappler. He's a brown belt, and I'm only a purple belt, so it looks good for me, and I know he's a legit grappler. And I heard leading up to the fight, like how good his grappling was, how much better and stuff he was, and that just made me excited for it, training a lot harder. So.
Yeah, because I could tell. I mean, going to like when we actually got the finish, I could tell he did not want to tap. I've seen it. Like I've been there. I've been in fights, and somebody has you. Your pride is just like, oh, I don't want to tap. I mean, it was just such a war. It was back and forth. That was, in my opinion, that was definitely fight of the night. Like I was extremely impressed. Of course, when I seen you after the fight, I was like, good job, Taylor. It was such a good fight. Now, can you walk me actually through the finish? Like how did you go to actually set that up?
From what I remember, I went for the Kimura. He like squirmed out of it. I basically used it to flip him because he was going for a takedown and I wanted to score another takedown. So I went for the Kimura, and I think he just left his arm a little too far back to where, because I already had one leg over his shoulder, and he left his one arm a little bit too far back, and I threw my leg up there, and he got out of the first triangle, so I was like, don't go too crazy on it, go for the finish, but don't burn your legs out, there's still some time left. I grabbed my shin so he couldn't get out of it. I tried underhooking his leg, and I couldn't get it out. His legs were far back, he was just staying real tight. But I just knew, I didn't know how much time was left. It's got to be 2 minutes or less, so I was right around there. So I just squeezed as hard as I could with my legs and just pulled down on his head as hard as I could. And I knew it was choking him because, like, as I started pulling down, like, I tried underhooking his leg, and it didn't really seem to bother him too much. So once I started pulling down on the head, I knew it was getting hard for him. So I was just like, I'm going to hold it until he either taps or goes to sleep. Because I didn't want to have to lose in a close decision. I felt like I was ahead. I've lost decisions that I felt like I won before. So I didn't want to let them go.
Yeah, I was sitting next to one of the judges, of course. I can't say, but I think that you're in a pretty good position. I will say that I can't, I'm not a judge, but I was sitting next to one of the judges and I was kind of peeking over at their scorecard, so. Yeah, I would say that you were winning that fight, in my opinion, but I don't know what other judges. I have no idea what other judges were thinking, but I had you up 2 rounds to 0. The second round was super close. I feel like it could have went either way, but I feel like towards the end of the second, he was on top of you for a second, you reversed it, you ended up on top of yourself. So it was a dog fight. One judge might have scored it for him, but you definitely won the first round. In my opinion, you won the second, and of course, in your opinion, you won the second, and then you got finished, so you didn't actually have to leave it up to the judges. Now, I have to ask you a question. I want to go back to the beginning. I want to go back to the beginning. So what actually made you start mixed martial arts? Like what made you? I'm very curious to what makes people want to become an MMA fighter. Like how did you start out?
I grew up wrestling. I started wrestling when I was 9 years old, and I love wrestling. I was an aggressive little turd when I was a kid. I mean, my grandparents always tell me, they're like, you always ask what you want them to do, and you say, I want to fight. I want to fight you. So they knew from the beginning that I was gonna, get into wrestling or something like that. So I grew up wrestling, and after I graduated, I still wanted to compete in something. So I found SFS through my buddy Zach. He introduced me to James, and then I just never stopped there. I started doing jiu-jitsu, and I just loved it. I think I took my first amateur fight when I was 18.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I just never stopped really.
That makes sense. So out of curiosity, I know you've known James for like a long time. Like, how close are you guys now? Because it seems like you are like the prodigy. Like I've noticed that with SFS. Like when I think of SFS, you're one of the people that pops into my head. So how close are you, James?
Me and James are really close. I want to say we've known each other for about 8 years. I went there like right out of high school. So yeah, about 8 to 9 years I've known James, and he's been in my corner. I want to say 95% of my fights. There's maybe one or two that he's missed my whole career, just maybe somebody else fighting or something came up. But he's like seriously the best corner you can ask for. Anytime I get a fight lined up, he messages me. We're doing this with me private week. Doing this with me. Doing this. Like he definitely puts a lot of time here into his fighters. But yeah, I feel like he definitely notices like ones that are really trying to get to like that next level. But he cares about all of us, and he's a really good coach.
He is actually crazy story. Before SFS even existed, like it was a long time ago. He actually, of course, like I fought him, choked me out. Like he's just, it's different levels on the ground. I was like, oh my god. The dude he's just a monster on the ground. But then after that, he actually cornered me. Because I actually, like way before SFS even existed, because I was fighting a jiu-jitsu guy, and I actually asked him to corner me, and it was just like, it was this out-of-body experience. When I had James corner me, it felt like I was playing a video game, and it felt like he was kind of controlling me and telling me what to do. And
he's just so good at describing positions, and from the outside he knows exactly what they're going for. The whole time I was fighting in Robinson, watch out for the triangle on the left side. He's looking for a right side armbar. When I fought Ramirez, same thing. He was telling me step by step everything he was going for. So it's a lot. Takes a lot of stress off my mind. Even though I'm there, I know what he's going for. But he definitely sees everything from the outside, and he's a really intelligent corner, and he's good at keeping your mind in it. Like I went back to the corner and I was like, my shoulder's trashed, and he's just like worried about it after like Broncos win, and it's going to be a lot better healing up your shoulder coming off a win than a loss. So it just makes you think about things, and yeah.
That's very.
I actually remember. Another thing James did in my amateur career when I fought Jose Johnson, we went up north, and Jose didn't have a coach or a corner there or something, and James actually wrapped his hands for him to fight me. Yeah, I know, you wrapped both of our hands. We were just all laughing about that the other day.
That is so crazy. That is so crazy. So, wow. I never knew that. I didn't even know that you and Jose Johnson fought. Who won that fight?
I won that fight. I want to say it was in 2000. It was a long time ago. It was probably 5 or 6 years ago. It was for a charity for a high school up north. Yeah, but now we're helping each other, so
I know.
We're going to get a lot better.
I know. Jose, that performance was...
Oh, he looked awesome. I mean, I knew he would. We were training together, and I was like watching him strike, and his technique and his composure and all that. I knew he was going to do real good, but even ever since we fought, I've been watching Jose fight for a long time. Even before we fought, I liked watching Jose fight.
Yeah, me too. I love watching him fight. Now, the big question is, I mean, you fought in some very, very big organizations. So what's next? Like, what's your goals Period. Like what fight do you want next? It sounds like your shoulder is a little bit jacked from that last fight. So are you going to take some time to heal? Are you trying to book something else right now? Like what do you got going on in your future?
First things first, I definitely want to heal my shoulder because I don't want to be in the same position where I take a fight and then a week out I'm like, oh, dude, I can't even throw a punch. Like, I don't want to ever have to pull out a fight for an injury. Like that really sucked. It was a huge deal to me, so I never had to do that. And so that's first things first. I'm gonna figure out what's wrong, even if I have to do a surgery or something about it, which they've been saying for a bit. I mean, it doesn't get better. I need to get diagnosed because I got it in my mind that it's bursitis, but I mean, it's still bothering me, and that shouldn't, last as long. And so first things first, I'm just gonna heal that, and then I definitely want to give him a shot at LFA or Bellator again, or Contender Series. But regardless, even if it's back here in Michigan, I'm just gonna keep training hard and winning, and eventually I'll get where I want to be.
Okay. Now the question is, where do you want to be? UFC? Is that the ultimate goal?
The ultimate goal, yeah, is UFC for sure. I definitely think that's a good possibility with the connections James has. I mean, we already have multiple people. We've already had multiple people in the UFC, so, we have the connections there. We have good connections in Bellator, good connections in LFA. I definitely think that base is a good feeder to the UFC. I can go in there and get a couple big wins. Look really good, but I just think I'm on a solid streak right now. I got a win over Ramirez, Miglia, and Robinson all back. So it's a good streak right now. So I'm just gonna keep winning, and I'll get it in.
That makes sense. You have some big. I mean, okay. That you do have some very big wins. So where do you go from here? Where do you go from here? It seems like I've already covered so much with you. So are you actually gonna be going back to training anytime soon and just not even mess with that shoulder, or are you're not doing anything? Are you trying to stay in shape?
I usually do a pretty good job staying in shape. Like if I'm not training, usually I'll eat a little bit better, so my weight stays low. That's why I'm able to make sure I feel like I want to my weight get way out of line. Usually, I mean, after mentioning it, I just ate so much food because I went like a solid month and a half, the chicken and eggs, everything playing sides at the back cut. So I just binge ate after that. But my plan, I have an appointment on Friday to get my shoulder checked out by a specialist, and I'm going to see what's up with it. If he doesn't think it's anything serious, I'm just going to rest it, maybe do some things at the gym that doesn't, hurt my shoulder too much. I'm definitely going to stay active, whether it's running, doing light jiu-jitsu or light head, something like that. I want to stay active, but at the same time, I don't want to injure it where it's going to put me out longer. So I'm just going to be real smart with it, rest it, see what they say on Friday, and I'll go from there.
That makes sense. Now, have you ever fought? Are you just gonna fight at 135, 145? Do you ever jump weight classes, or are you just always gonna stay on 135 as a pro?
I haven't fought outside of 35 as a pro yet. I don't think. Actually, I think in China I fought at over 140-pound catch, but I make 35 pretty easy. Everybody seems to think I have a horrible cut to 35, and I walk it in the high 50s, and I make 30. I weigh underweight almost every time.
Wow.
And it really, I weigh underweight. I mean, usually I weigh less than Robinson did, and he's a lot smaller than I am. I weigh almost a whole pound less than him. Same thing with Ramirez. I weigh in less than all of them. But I think I just got it down how to cut weight, how to do it right. So I plan to stay at 35 as long as I possibly can, but maybe as I get older, it gets harder to cut weight. But I still feel like I got a lot of time left at 35. But if I ever start noticing that I was having a really hard time making it in 35, I'd probably try 45, but at the same time, I go to 45, and then I'm back giving up size. You know, I don't want to give up any size. I like being a longer, bigger fighter. But if at any time it gets to be too brutal with cuts, then yeah, I cut down.
Now, are you chasing any belts, or are you just more worried about getting to the actual UFC at this point?
Yeah, I'm more focused on getting to a bigger league like any one of the bigger leagues. Even Brisbane, I mentioned in playing forward in Japan, NFC. But yeah, I'm more focused on getting one of the next big leagues, but I don't know. I mean, if I got offered a title shot somewhere, I'd probably take it.
You would take it? Okay. Now, we got to wrap this interview up. Do you have anything that you want to say to your friends, your family, your fans, especially just coming off such a huge win? I mean, fight of the night, WXC, UFC Fight Pass. You got anything to say there? Anybody?
I can get my sponsor list out.
Okay.
I always forget there's many of them.
But that's a problem to have.
What was that?
I said that's a very good problem to have.
Yeah, I don't like forgetting names, so first things first, I want to thank all my sponsors, especially going through these last few camps with me, that I haven't been able to fight. Sing, Paradise Properties, More Roofing, JVM Automation, Sterling Stump Grinding, ABC Supply, Papas Painting, All Around Contracting. All my teammates, my coaches, all my family and friends that support me, and basically everybody that's supported me this whole career.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming on the podcast. Thank you for being patient with the technical difficulties that we had. I got to But thank you so much. And actually, before your next fight, I definitely want to get you back on my podcast again. So I appreciate you. All right. Have a good day, Taylor.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. Okay, everyone, that was Taylor Moore. Very good fighter, tough as nails. Just had the fight of the night for WXC 6 Warrior Wednesday. And now, we have our last interviewee. He's actually my old West Michigan Wars champion. Give it up for Mr. Daniel Anglemyer. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, just living life, coming off a big win, that was exciting.
Yes, okay, so actually, tell me about your win. Who did you fight? How did you win? Like, walk me through the fight, actually.
It was against Eric Schellenberger. He, coming off like an 8-year layoff or something. He's older guy, felt like he needed to get back in there, get a little jealous of all those young guys getting in there, and I looked at it as a good opportunity to, give him a chance to try to get back in there, and I don't have a problem stepping in the cage with anybody, really, so all right, I'll step in there with an old man, test his knowledge and stuff. That's what I was really trying to do, is to see, I take all the knowledge I can get, so why not test myself in there with a veteran?
I understand that. For everybody else, I just have to let him know. He's wearing the West Michigan Wars gear. He was actually my West Michigan Wars champion for a while. Oh, yes. Such a sexy belt.
Yeah.
So yes. Like, it was. I know. I love it. And actually, as a promoter, to see somebody go into another organization and do good as a professional, man, that made me feel, I was just like, wow. I mean, no shots at, I love Michigan top team, I love everybody, so Michigan top team, don't get angry at me, don't get angry at me. but it was awesome to see you get like such a big win. Actually, how was it fighting on UFC Fight Pass? Like, was it a rush? Were you nervous?
I went into it like any other fight I would. I'm a very calm fighter. I'm not, I don't really get too nervous. I get more excited, but I don't go in there and try to show up right off the beginning or anything. I'm a pretty calm fighter. I want to test that person, see what they're going to do in the beginning, see how, how's their cardio. Are they going to be able to keep up with me? And that's basically how I go in every fight. If you look at that fight, you can see that I'm very calm, very mellow. I don't try to. I put pressure on him. You can see how I put pressure on him for that first couple of hits. I didn't split him open once. So he didn't want no more of that, definitely. But, we got there on the ground, and I just assumed that, I'll just let him get tired, and I'll just hold him down, and I wanted to stay in a bang. I've been working on my boxing a lot with Randy Wadsworth, and that dude's he's a veteran himself, man. That's a monster there. I can, I see him work in the gym with some of these young guys and stuff, and it's like he's still got it. I thought, see him get in the cage with somebody, he'll probably kill him.
He does. Crazy story about Randy. Like a long time ago, before I even, it was like literally, I think about 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
I came to Sturgis and I trained, like before I even did MMA, like way before I did MMA. I went and I trained with Randy and a few of his guys, like back in the day. And then during my amateur career, I fought a lot of Randy's guys, which was crazy. And then after that, me and him, we've always been good friends. But I have such a long history with him. I've trained with him. I've fought against his guys. He's trained me before. Like I've been on every single like platform with that man. So
he's told me stories. Like I love listening to that guy, man. He's got all kinds of stories. It's awesome.
He does. He's a very, very, very awesome person. I love Randy to death. I mean, I've known him since like 2003. Man, that's what, 15, 16 years?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
And I've known him since I was about 17, but I never really ever went and trained with him. And then one of my buddies, I seen him at the gas station. He was like, "Oh, Randy's like my brother-in-law or something like that, some sort of thing." And he's like, "Man, you should go down there and see him. He trains down at the Doyle Center, trains the kids down there and stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll go check him out." And then I hit Randy up on Facebook because he's my friend and everything. He's like, "Yeah, come on down." And ever since, man, it's been fun going down there and boxing with some state boxers and stuff. Some of the top guys, and they're just young kids, really, most of them.
Right.
I hope pads for some of them 16-year-olds, and they about throw my shoulder out. It's just getting hit hard.
Oh, I understand. I know he does have a very good boxing program. I went to see him a few months ago. And it was in this rec center. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, and like very nice facility. Like I was impressed. So I mean I seen where you train. Very nice facility. I mean I love it. Like Randy's awesome.
Yeah, well since I came back, since I've been going there, he's been getting more into MMA again and stuff. He's wanting to put the cage in there now. So we cage in there to train in and stuff. So we'll have the boxing ring and the cage.
I hope he does. So I want to go back like super far. I always ask everybody this because I like to know the psychology behind fighters. I'm a fighter myself, and how did you start off fighting? What made you want to actually step in the cage? What made you want to fight? Like how did it start?
Well, I've always done something around, I was watching, UFC since like UFC 20 or something like that. I was like 14, and I hung out with a couple guys, and one of them did kickboxing, one of them did jiu-jitsu, and they always beat the snot out of me, all the way up until I was about 17, and then I was like, man, these guys keep beating the snot out of me, I gotta do something here. So, I kind of, I did a lot of backyard, rolling around and stuff, but, I don't fight outside of the cage, never really have fought outside the cage, probably just because people are like, nah, I'm not fighting that guy. So, I got a twin brother that looks just like me, so, they're gonna get two, so. But I started fighting in 2012. My buddy was working at a machine shop. I started back at the same machine shop. Big fight, new job, all kinds of stuff going on in my life. So,
congrats.
Thank you. I was, working there, and my buddy's like, hey, come down here to the Niles. They put on fights there at the Niles Inn. I fought there a couple times.
Oh yeah, I ran my cage out. Did I run my cage out tonight that time that you fought?
It might have been your cage. I don't know. It was a pretty small cage. I don't know, but I just remember going there and they're like, "Oh, what's your weight?" I was like, "I don't know, 157 or something like that." I think I weighed in at like 160, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's close to your weight. Here you go." fight this guy. In my first fight, I lost, but I went all 3 rounds with the guy, and it came down to decision and stuff. I fought a jiu-jitsu guy, you know. But I stood toe-to-toe with him for the whole 3 rounds, and then my next fight was back at the Niles Inn against Bundy, you know, and he beat the snot out of me, like this, you know, I came out black eyes, but I out-wrestled him. So I ended up coming out with the
Bundy Martinez?
Yeah.
That was your second fight?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I ended up coming out on top on that one. We haven't fought ever since, but we've been friends. Donnie's fought him twice and beat him twice, so that's pretty exciting. So that just tells he ain't gonna get in there with me. But he's a pretty good boxer right now, so he's always been a good boxer. That little dude's got some heavy hands. I mean, he beats the snot out of us, you know. He's a cool dude, so you know. And then I think then I started getting the Michigan Battle League and with you and stuff, and fought a couple fights with you, and then fought to this belt here against Eli. That was probably my biggest victory, you know, and Kim Bond, you know.
Oh yes. You did beat some good fighters. Yes.
Yeah. Eli. I remember seeing Eli fight at Niles Inn. That's when I first met Eli. I was down there at Niles Inn, and I was like, man, I want to fight that guy for a belt, you know, like. And then it ended up coming, and 5 years later, and here I am over here at West Fishing Wars fighting him for a belt, you know, and that was a 4-round. I broke my hand in the second round in that fight.
Wow.
Yeah, you see my little boxer fracture I got going on there, you know. Yeah, that happened in the second round there, and then I defeated him with that arm bar, you know.
Yes.
This fight was fun because they were all like, you hear the commentator at the end, you know, when I stick Eric in that arm bar, they were like, well, that must be where he gets his name from, Anglemyer, you know, like, duh. 80% of my fights won by an arm bar, you know. You think, they can train all they want to, avoid that, but, it's Anglemyer for a reason. I'll get it from any angle. So.
Yeah, I understand that. Okay, now speaking of the arm bar, speaking of the fight, can you walk me through the fight? Like, I want to hear your, because of course, a lot of people, they won't understand. If you've never stepped in the cage, you don't understand. We step in there and we fight. It's almost like a dream. It's almost like a weird dream, you know. So walk me through the fight from your perspective.
I trained real hard for this fight. Like, I was, I'm in top shape, top where, I'm at the peak of where I've ever been, and Randy really got me to that peak, he trains you and he makes sure you're eating right and everything, so I was, you see me, I look, that's the best I've ever looked in my life.
Yes.
And, I knew Eric was, he's coming off a layoff, so he's going to be a little nervous, and he's going to want to, I figured he's going to want to finish that fight real fast, and I don't really have any new videos of how I fight now, so I figured that he's going to think I'm going to come in and I'm going to shoot, he's going to try to knee me or something, but I don't do that. I'm a boxer. I'm boxing. So I went in there and I wanted to box, and he threw that first jab at me, and I was like, oh, I'm going to tear him up now, because it didn't look like his, he didn't have full speed. So I was like, I'm way faster than this guy. So, I went in there and I threw a couple jabs, I threw my uppercut, and then I came across, and then that's what cut him, but I didn't even realize he was cut until because he grabbed a hold of me, and I tried to push him away, but he got me against the cage, and then he was good at, sucking me in and taking me down, and I figured I'll just hook the arm, and I'll just hold him down and block one arm, and then I felt that blood come down on my face, and I'm like a dog trying to get it out of my face. I'm blowing it everywhere because it's trying to go up my nose and in my mouth and everything. So I'm trying to get all this. I'm like, who's cutting here? Like, what's going on here? He didn't hit me, So I knew it had to be coming from him. And then I was just waiting for that ref to stand us back up. And once it took the ref forever to stand us back up, he really knew nothing to me. I sit down there all calm, like, and I look over at Andy. He gives me a thumbs up, like, you're doing good. Okay, keep it up, And then when they stood us back up, he threw those couple kicks, hit me in the leg, which my leg's a little sore. But I was getting ready to check him again, but I ended up going forward. And then he grabbed me again, sucked me down again, and I was like, oh man, here we go again. I'm just going to hold him here until they stand us back up, hopefully, But then I heard him say 20 seconds. I was like, I can do something in 20 seconds, like I didn't feel like I was in any danger or anything, so I was like, it ain't like he's gonna catch me in a choke or something. So I can last 20 seconds in a choke or an arm lock or something. I did it against Terry Avery, he got all kinds of arm locks, and I fought through all them, so I wasn't scared about him getting me stuck in anything in the last 20 seconds. So I was like, I'll try something. So I went for a triangle at the time, but he did good about defending that, and he rolled out of it. But when he rolled out of it, I had his arm still. You know what comes from that. I'm gonna go for that arm bar. And when I threw the arm bar, we kind of leaned against the fence, kind of awkward. Now it's kind of long ways on his body because we're kind of like long, sitting next to each other. But so when we went down, I threw the arm bar, in which he did tap, but it wasn't a serious tap. And I don't think the ref really seen it all that much. And so I was like, okay, so I just kind of popped my hips over and transitioned into it, and then sunk it real deep, and he tapped real fast in there. So, I got that in, 8 seconds. So. and that was it, So, it was a good fight. I loved it, I had a blast, So, and then, Randy, man, he's excellent at promoting me, I couldn't go anywhere without him talking to me, even gas station, cashiers everywhere knew me, So, it was a good experience. It was awesome.
Well, good. I know, I was literally right there. I seen everything happen. I remember watching the fight. I didn't know what. It's so crazy when you're cage side, you watching something, because I didn't know who was cut. I just seen blood. I'm like, I didn't know if it was your blood. I didn't know if it was Eric's. I just didn't know whose blood it was.
Like a butcher in here.
Yeah, then everything was kind of going back and forth, and then I seen you going for that arm. I seen you go for the arm bar, and he was against the cage. I was not sure, because I remember very specifically when you went for the arm bar, he was like up against the cage. I didn't know if he was gonna get out of it. And then when I was just like, it's over. I can usually tell. I I know jiu-jitsu pretty well, so I have a lot of arm bar wins myself. So I was just like, yeah, he's not getting out of that. When he had the arm fully extended, I was just like, good fight. Very good fight. I didn't know Eric. Very nice guy. Yeah. Like I just sent him a friend request on Facebook. So I don't want Michigan top team or anybody to get mad at me and be like, oh, you talking about our fighter, but really nice guy. He fought with honor, and the thing is, I love about when you two guys fought is the sportsmanship. It was no bad blood. Everybody was really nice to each other afterwards.
I don't think I've ever had a fight where I've ever had any bad blood. Because, after a fight, I'm hugging it out. I don't care if I lost. You beat the snot out of me, good job, Congrats, So I don't ever try to create any bad blood with anybody. Most of the people I fight, I train with afterwards. I'll go train with them. So I always got a good family base with everybody. So I think that's what a lot of promoters like about me, and a lot of fighters like about me. I go train, I can go train their top team if I wanted to, and with James Lee and stuff. I've been invited a couple times out there to train with them, and then like SFS, I went and fought a couple of their guys. One of their guys, he beat the snot out of me, but I'll go up there and train with Taylor Moore and stuff. So
who'd you fight from the SFS?
Cody Brundage.
You fought Cody?
Yeah, on a 4-day notice or something like that, because they needed somebody to step in there. And it was a little over a year ago. That's what kind of started getting me driving back in it. But I weighed in at like 180. I was eating on the way up there, and for clip. Yeah, and I went in there. It lasted me like 39 seconds, but whatever.
Cody
got me a lot out of it. I look cool.
That dude. You're way too little. That's why when you said Cody Bundridge, I was really surprised. The dude fights at 185. You fight. What do you fight at right now? What was that fight?
155 right now. I fought, and I'm going to 145. That'll be my next weight class.
Okay, so was your brother? So I always get confused, of course, because y'all are twin brothers. Y'all both have my belts, which is awesome. So you were my 155-pound champion. Your brother was my 145, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
But but now like I'm at 155, and my weight cut was super easy. So and I just looked shredded at it. And, I was like, man, 145 wouldn't be that hard to make. Because now I got a coach that's actually training me. He's all about me. He's explaining how to do everything. And Randy's fought at everything. He's done everything. So he knows how to get there, how to cut the weight right. So that's gonna be my next thing is 145, because I just be a monster at 145. So that's gonna be my next fight. I plan on fighting in the next few months.
I was actually just going to ask you that. Do you have any idea where you're going to fight? Are you going to try to get it back on the WXC card? Are you going to try to fight elsewhere? Do you know?
I like the WXC card. I can get on any card I want for that. They done told me, if I want an opportunity, I can go get it, they'll set it up, and we'll get rolling. But I've talked to Randy and stuff. We might take a fight in a couple months, but we really just want to get back to the drawing board, get in there and fight in a few months, because he says, he'll train me to be a killer in 3 months. I'll be 10 times the fighter I am right now. So that's kind of our game plan. We're going to just go back, and we're going to work on my stand-up. I'm going to work on my jiu-jitsu a little bit more, and just to see where it goes.
Okay. Now, of course, you just had that big win. I got to wrap this interview up. Do you have anybody who you want to give a shout out to? Anybody who you want to thank? Yeah.
I got my sponsors that I like to thank. My buddy out of Illinois, the Remodeling on Demand. They're a big sponsor, and then George's Cafe over here in Zimmyville over here in Union, Michigan. They're pretty good people, So I appreciate them helping me out. They've helped me, help me with my costs and stuff for my training, and that helps out a ton. I never realized how much sponsors really help you out. I've never had sponsors, so now that I'm actually looking, so if anybody wants to sponsor me, hit me up. I'll help you get your name out. You help me get my name out. Well, we can help each other. And I'm all about promoting people, so let's get it done.
Okay. Oh yeah. Show the belt one more time. One more time, please. Yeah, so people can see the West Michigan Wars belts. I missed my promotion so much.
I'll have me one of them WXC belts too. So
there you go. That's the goal. I love WXC. Of course, this podcast is all about WXC, but it's awesome that a little part of me got a chance to get in this podcast with you, because you were definitely my champion.
It was kind of ironic that you hit me up, because Ashley just found this shirt. She's like, here, wear this shirt, and then you hit me up, like, we'll do a podcast. I was like, I'm wearing this shirt.
Yes. Well, thank you for coming on my podcast. We will definitely have to do another one very soon. And actually, before you have your next fight, I definitely want to do a podcast. And then, of course, after you have your fight. And if I want to just talk about something with MMA related, we can do a podcast, So thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Enjoy your win. I'm very, very, very proud of you. And you have a good rest of your day.
You too, Joel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, later.
All right. Bye. Okay, that was Daniel Anglemyer. Man. WXC is just such an awesome organization. I am super proud to be a part of the WXC family. I love these interviews. Taylor Moore, very good fighter. Josh Shaw, very good fighter. Daniel Anglemyer, very good fighter. It was awesome doing these interviews, and I will be interviewing the next batch of WXC winners for the next podcast. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and if you want to buy any of my art, that's another thing. I am an artist. So if you want to buy any of my art, go to thechapmanart.com. Once again, thechapmanart.com. Yes. I appreciate everyone for tuning in, and before I go, I would just like to do a little video to thank my sponsors. And if you have not subscribed subscribe. The Chapman Show, the Chapman Show, the Chapman Show. Thank you very much, everyone, and until next time.